4 numbers or even 3 numbers plus the bonus ball. Get a free ticket if you match the letter. Drawing twice per week. You never want to miss your chance at being a jackpot winner. So, remember, a ticket a day can make you rich today.
आया रमज़ान रहमत वाला तेरी इनायत या अल्लाह माहे रमज़ान की हम रहमत पाएंगे रोज़ा रखने की ताकत दे हिम्मत हमको या अल्लाह सजदे में हम अपने सर को झुकाएंगे.
These nice products cook with proper things. Peppies, you get it best on these things. Oh no, bless up.
Okay. Pack up these things. Yellow, you put the things in the car. Come.
Loving you is easy cause you're beautiful. Do-da-do-da-do. I love you and you and you and you and you. I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you. I love Peppy.
You blasted, disgusting children. Get inside.
So what about the children in the yard?
Not me. I ain't getting involved. I don't want my name calling people's story.
You rather know those children get abused before you do something to stop it or prevent.
That is not my concern. I just feel like my see nothing, hear nothing. I am not getting involved.
Bring the Child Care and Protection Hotline. Them people know how to deal with it. You don't have to give them your name.
Call the Child Care and Protection Agency hotline on 227-0979. Children need adults to protect them. Don't let them down.
Mother Kalimata astrologer in Guyana. Pandith Shiva. Know your past, present, future. Relationship problems. Love spells. Health problems. Financial problems. Business problems. Court case. Marriage problems. Family problems. Sexual problems. Good luck. Domestic problems. Promotion. Remove evil spirits. Remove black magic. He will give permanent supreme power protections for your all problems. Meet him once and get permanent solutions for your all problems. Located in Brickdam, Georgetown. Call or WhatsApp for more information, +5926120036. All religions are welcome. All matters private and confidential. Mother Kalimata astrology.
Guyana, on August 1st, 2024, all roads lead to the National Park as the African Cultural and Development Association, ACTA, hosts its 31st annual Emancipation Festival, Guyana's biggest cultural festival. Come celebrate our collective African heritage with African food, dance, fashion, history, storytelling, sports, and much more. Gates open at 10 a.m. sharp. Come, let's celebrate our resilient African essence. Harambe, we all hold together.
Top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Immediate intervention needed in Linden for cleanup exercise along Republic Avenue, says the mining town's mayor. MOE GTU conciliation talks begin. Multi-year proposal first on the agenda. And faulty electrical wiring may have been the cause of the Plum Park Children and Family Center fire. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Thursday, June 27 edition of the HGP Nightly News. Here's what you need to know this evening. The Guyana Fire Service is currently investigating the cause of a fire that happened on Thursday and destroyed a section of the Plum Park Children and Family Center. The fire was reportedly caused by faulty electrical wiring. The story from Daisy Richards.
A building which housed the Plum Park Children and Family Center at Sapphire, Greater Georgetown, went up in flames on Thursday. According to the Guyana Fire Service, the department was alerted at around 10:24 a.m. and the engines arrived at approximately 10:35 a.m. Upon arrival at the scene of the blaze, the top floor of the two-story wooden and concrete structure, which served as living quarters for the occupants, was engulfed in flames. The ground floor of the building was utilized as a storage area. According to the investigation report by Divisional Officer Charles, he highlighted that the cause of the fire might have been due to faulty electrical wiring.
Most of these buildings, the wire would run in the ceiling. And from time to time, joint wires would the insulation would heat up and it could melt. You could have arcing and so forth with bridge wires as well.
The top floor of the building was severely damaged, while damage to the ground floor was more water-related. The fallout from the fire didn't result in any of the occupants being rendered homeless. Vanessa Nurse, who witnessed the entire ordeal, said that the fire service needs to improve in many aspects.
Yeah, I was here sitting when the fire started. The fire service took a very quiet while before they came here to out of the fire. And they had a little icky when they come to because they had a lot of hole in the hose.
The children that were housed in the compound were safely escorted out of the surrounding buildings without anyone receiving injuries. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thank you, Daisy. The contentious issue of the Guyana Teachers Union multi-year proposal came up for discussion again on Wednesday. And again, no common ground has been reached. Here is more.
The Guyana Teachers Union, the Ministry of Education, and the Ministry of Labour began conciliation talks on Wednesday to resolve issues surrounding teachers' wages and salaries and other benefits. The time frame for a multi-year financial package for teachers was first on the agenda, but according to President of the Union, Dr. Mark Light, no agreement was reached during Wednesday's meeting.
We would have utilized today to try to flesh out clause number 7. Which is predominantly based on the time frame. As you are aware, GTU is consistently saying 2019, 2023. Government is saying 2024 and forward. So both sides would have met today on the position. There hasn't been any agreement on the time frame.
Previously, the GTU had called for negotiations to cover 2019 to 2024. It had then removed 2019 to 2021 from the equation. The government, though, seems to be stuck in its position that talks will only be held from 2024.
Since the commencement, we spoke about 21, 23, we spoke about 22, 25. 2 years on our side, 2 years on their side. What we have been hearing government saying repeatedly that they can't go back, they can only go forward. So the union has some decisions to make where that is concerned.
The question then persists, will the GTU forego its 2019-2023 multi-year proposal?
That's a matter for our membership to give us. We've had some talks and there are mixed views on it. So we are prepared to have a consensus whatever the members want us to do, that's what the officers will carry through. But we now have a mandate to go back to them and say, look, this is the position.
It was the union's General Secretary, Coretta MacDonald, who told reporters that the July-August vacation should give both sides enough time to ink an agreement. However, if there is no agreement at the end of the 21 days, arbitration will be the next step. The union will, over the next few days, communicate with the government via email. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Lack of maintenance of drainage system has once again caused the mining town to be flooded, with the mayor asking for emergency funding to clear areas hard hit by the flood. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Region 10 Mayor Sharma Solomon at a press conference on Wednesday afternoon to discuss the flood situation across Linden said the region has been significantly impacted by persistent rain for the past few days, which has severely affected the central business district and the majority of the region's constituencies. The mayor added that following a meeting with stakeholders from the Civil Defense Commission, CDC, regional representatives, municipality, and several engineers, several critical areas were identified where immediate interventions are needed.
Immediate intervention is to look at the Republic Avenue area, where we have recognized that with the lack of maintenance of the drainage system, and these systems were asked to be remedied by the RDC several months ago and the municipality. We are making that request once again for the intervention of emergency spending to clean the western and eastern sides of the drains.
He said the short-term intervention should take place no less than 24 hours because of the severity of the weather pattern.
Not only the clearing of those two drains, but also the clearing of creeks and canals within the vicinity that leads into those drains that we have found to also be compromised.
The mayor added that the municipality at its next statutory meeting will look to employ a consultant who will look at two very important aspects within the town: the drainage network and the flow pattern.
The municipality over the past several months, along with the RDC, have made several recommendations with reference to the intervention of spending.
He stressed that Prime Minister on May 30 identified where central government is working with local government through the REO and the town clerk.
We would like to encourage government to ensure that there is true, sincere, meaningful participation of all citizens.
Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. There is more news ahead. Stay with us.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
From the genesis of footwear comfort, Colors Boutique comes their back-to-school footwear, featuring brands like Skechers, Everlast,
Visit us at 70E Robb Street or opposite 2J Store on Regent Street, Georgetown, or call 225-3010.
Puma. Ocean Pacific. Back to school footwear from as low as $1,000. Sizes ranging from infant to adult. LRX. Clarks, Image, Nike, and more. Free giveaways until stocks last. Buy one and get the other pair at half price on selected brands. Colors Boutique. The leaders in footwear comfort.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. We tell you now that despite numerous complaints to the relevant authorities, the Mohammeds of Annandale, East Coast Demerara, continue to endure smoke pollution for almost 6 years from a nearby fish processing facility. Antonio Day spoke with the aggrieved family and filed this report.
Maureen Mohammed and her mother Lachman Singh of Lot 7 Annandale Plum Road, East Coast Demerara, on Wednesday recounted the struggles her family is made to endure for 6 years following numerous complaints to the Environmental Protection Agency, also known as the EPA, who they say is yet to resolve the situation.
In 2018, they sent me back a letter. Well, yes, they visit the place. However, they visit, they take a long time. Nobody didn't come back say anything to us.
However, the EPA did acknowledge receipt of the complaint dated July 23rd, 2018 regarding smoke nuisance emanating from a fish processing facility next door. The EPA, in a letter dated January 30, 2023, said that it conducted a quote-unquote complaint inspection on December 15, 2022, and determined that there was a release of particulate matter, smoke, into the environment. The agency said that it advised the owner of the operation to immediately implement mitigation measures to prevent or reduce nuisances emanating from the area. The EPA also stated that the Monrepeal La Reconnaissance Neighborhood Democratic Council was being notified of the matter and vowed to conduct periodic monitoring of the facility. Despite the EPA's chronicles of its intervention on the subject, the situation still persists and has since escalated to the point that their health is severely affected.
When you start smoking the fish, this thing will smell like carrow. You're going to smell like carrow when I start using this. Then when this fish start to like smoke up, stink, I'm saying this is not healthy fish they're smoking. Because this thing is really stinking, like really stinking. You imagine I'm saying my towel, this be leave, like the scent is there on the towel. My husband working clothes. Do you know what my husband said? I don't know when these people ain't gonna stop smoking because you gotta get all my clothes and wash them out. Cause the smoke circulating and going all over in the place. Like we really fed up and we tired, to be honest, we fed up.
Marina's father, who is a diabetic, has since developed bronchial asthma, her mother pneumonia, while her brother cries out for shortness of breath. The outraged woman told this newscast that recently her 12-year-old daughter for over a year has been crying out for intense chest pains and shortness of breath. The visibly frustrated woman said that if anything happens to her daughter and other family members, she will not take this situation lightly.
My father go in the scare. When he locked the scare, daddy started to cough and choke, start vomit. Another day we had to run him to hospital.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then he had to go all back down. I don't know how long we're gonna be in this thing.
And the thing is, every month my husband's got to find $20,000 for buy treatment for me because the pneumonia. Like if it freezes, and the smoke can't control it.
What is hurting me is that my daughter's room is right next to the chimney. My father's room is right next to the chimney. Then me and my husband's room, they're right opposite.
The family said that at this juncture, they are unsure of the next move. Director of the Environmental Protection Agency, Kemraj Parshram, told Nightly News that a decision is yet to be made on the matter.
And we've made some recommendations for enclosures to avoid the smoke from escaping. All right, that's one. So we ask the complainant to notify us as soon as they are they're smoking, they see that they're on operation, and we are on standby to go and do an assessment to test the effectiveness of what it is. You see, we got to have evidence. We want to do the testing, right?
Correct.
First, and then we will make a final decision on how this matter will proceed.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
In the courts, a 27-year-old man accused of fatally stabbing his wife to her throat has been charged with her murder and remanded to prison. Here's Tiana Cole with more.
27-year-old Naldon Nablet, a port of West Coast Demerara, who was accused of murdering his wife on Wednesday, appeared before Principal Magistrate Rondell Weaver at Wills Magistrates Court, where he was charged with the capital offence. The accused was not required to plead to the indictable charge, which stated that he murdered his reputed wife, 30-year-old Anaruda Khatun, called Mama, a fruit vendor and mother 3. Neblet was remanded to prison and will make his next court appearance on August 6 at the Vridenhoek Magistrates Court. According to reports on the day of the incident, the accused was out consuming alcohol, and upon his return home that evening, Khatun told him that he should scale down on his consumption of alcohol, and they began to argue. It was then, according to reports, Neblet armed himself with a knife and dealt his wife a stab to her throat. The woman, having received injuries, collapsed in her living room, and Neblet made good his escape. The woman's 12-year-old son was awoken by his mother's scream and alerted neighbors after he found her bleeding profusely in the living room. She was then picked up and rushed to the West Demerara Regional Hospital, where she was pronounced dead on arrival. The matter was then reported to the police, and following investigation, Neblet was arrested on June 23 and charged. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Dean of the University of Guyana's School of Graduate Studies, Dr. Paulette Bino, who recently delivered her inaugural lecture titled Managing Guyana's Water Resources in a Changing Climate, an Imperative for a Resilient Future, is calling for a legal and regulatory framework to be established to ensure sustainable water management practices is supported at all levels of the society. Carice Gonzalez has more.
Dr. Paulette Bino, Dean of the University of Guyana School of Graduate Studies, delivered our inaugural professorial lecture titled Managing Guyana's Water Resources in a Changing Climate, an Imperative for a Resilient Future, at the Education Lecture Theatre, Turkin Campus. During her address, she passionately advocated for the establishment of a robust legal and regulatory framework to ensure sustainable water management practices are universally supported.
We have to break the organizational and legislative silos, no turfism when it comes to water management, and improve stakeholder participation. Women, farmers, and local communities are vital partners.
In her remarks, she highlighted there is a critical and urgent need to revise and update Guyana's current legislation on water resource management. For instance, she pointed out that the Water and Sewage Act of 2002 does not adequately address watershed protection, while the Environmental Protection Act of 1966 lacks provision in mandating the application for strategic environmental assessment. Emphasizing the intrinsic connection between water, humans, and the environment, Dr. Bino underscored how water serves as a vital link between living and non-living elements, and it is fundamental to the country's economy, and this issue should be a high priority on the legislative agenda. She also stressed that the environment is critical in the preparation of the foundation for economic activities.
So when we talk about water, we have to monitor the use, we have to assess what is going on. And I can understand the issue of the institutional problem of human capital. And this is why it has to be collaborative.
However, Dr. Bino noted that there is a common tendency among humans to primarily focus on water usage in activities such as tourism, transportation, industry, and energy. She urged for a shift in those perceptions, emphasizing the broader environmental and societal impacts of water management decisions.
Water is critical for ecosystem function. That's very much linked to bioeconomy.
I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Carice. There is more news ahead. Stay with us.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
For the advancement of sports countrywide, $4.6 billion is being invested to provide the environment athletes required to compete at the highest level. This, among other developments, is being supported by oil and gas revenue.
Watching the HGP Nightly News, welcome back. We tell you now that Minister of Public Works Juan Edgel says that the tarmac that is currently being constructed along the Pleasance Railway embankment will be completed soon. Here's Antonio Day with more.
So we want to be able to get the people moved. They have to go other areas to do similar work.
That was Public Works Minister Juan Edgel briefing Nightly News on the construction of a tarmac along the Pleasance Railway embankment. As over 50 vendors are currently plying their trade at the Industry Pleasance line top, the Public Works Minister assured that the vendors will be relocated to the tarmac shortly. This effort is in wake of the government's commitment to facilitate the ongoing East Coast Demerara Public Road widening and expansion project. Nightly News understands that China Railway First Group was contracted to complete the tarmac, even though the minister did not specify the name of the contractor.
Same company that is building the road?
Yes.
It's the same company that is building the tarmac.
One of the project engineers, who is a Chinese national, related in English that the team is working to complete the project in a timely manner. A senior official at the Technical Services Department at the Ministry of Public Works told this newscast that the cost of the tarmac is based on the existing rates within the railway embankment 4-lane project for white sand, loam, aggregates, asphalt concrete, and concrete drains. According to the official, the project based on applying the quantities for the tarmac and the rates of the contract, the cost of the tarmac would be $54 million Ghana dollars. The market tarmac project, which will be 70 meters long by 30 meters wide, commenced on May 27, 2024, and was slated to be completed in 2 weeks. However, works are still ongoing. This has not yet been achieved, and the officials stated that about 3 days of sunshine is required to achieve the correct moisture and compaction percentage, followed by the placement of aggregates before paving is done. This will push the project deadline to another 4 weeks. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The Ministry of Health's Director of Disability and Rehabilitation Services, Dr. Aryan Mangar, on Wednesday called for expanded facilities to support the more than 2,000 children in need of speech therapy services at the Talma Reid Rehabilitation Center. Carice Gonzalez has more.
Dr. Aryan Mangar, Director of Disability and Rehabilitation Services at the Ministry of Health, at Wednesday's equipment handing over ceremony at the Talma Reid Rehabilitation Center, Georgetown, advocated for additional classroom space to accommodate more children in the speech therapy program.
We currently have over 2,000 children trying to get into, previously it was just 2 rooms. And with 2 rooms, it limited the amount of children we could see on a daily basis. So 8 hours in a day, if we break up that 8 hours to 30-minute sessions, that's 16 patients. That's with them barely having a lunch. 16 patients each day. 16 times 2 rooms, that's 32 patients a day. So how do we equate 32 to 2,000? Right? So we definitely need more space.
Dr. Mangar highlighted that with additional rooms, they could employ more speech therapists and significantly increase the number of children treated daily in a timely manner. This will also enhance the quality of life for persons living with disabilities throughout Guyana.
So once we see them earlier, early identification, early treatment, which leads to early improvement.
The Ptolemy Reed Rehabilitation Center is a non-profit organization providing rehabilitation services for children and adults with physical development disabilities, those with amputated limbs, and persons with hearing impairment. It offers a rehabilitation program, vocational training for adolescent and young adults with disabilities, and daycare services for children with special needs. The facility also provides dormitory part-time residence for children with special needs, audiology, and manufactures orthotic devices and prosthetic limbs. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The Men on a Mission has launched its second Youth Empowerment and Mentorship Program. Hear more from Daisy Richards.
Men on a Mission MOM, an initiative spearheaded by President Irfan Ali, launched its second Youth Empowerment and Mentorship Program on Wednesday to offer a support system to approximately 50 children starting at age 5 in Lethem Region 9. According to Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat, who officially launched the initiative, the government has major interest in bridging the gap between the coastland and the hinterland regions.
And we are starting first with education and healthcare, because for the young people, education and healthcare is critical. That is why we have launched the Gold Scholarship.
The minister urged the students to remain in school and be committed to their studies, as education plays an important role to their success.
In order to become a professional and to lead a successful life, then you need a sound education, or you need to acquire a skill set that will take you forward in life.
MOM's program coordinator, Colonel Sheldon Howell, highlighted that part of the goal of the program is to equip young people with knowledge in conjunction with promotion of societal change.
And it's designed to uplift and mentor our younger generation by addressing some of the most pressing societal challenges we face today.
The initiative is scheduled to be rolled out in Regions 5 and 6, while a similar program is being implemented in Georgetown, targeting 36 youths. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thank you, Daisy. Your regional news is up next.
Hi, my name is Keisha Davis. First of 4 siblings, I'm a mom of 3, and I'm an auditor.
My brother Tariq is a transgender man, which means he was born female but now lives as a man. He's always known himself to be.
He's great at math. I'm horrible. And he actually helps my 12-year-old daughter with her math. As soon as he gets home at night, he'll say, "Jazz, let's go. What would you like me to help you with?" She actually got a prize in school for full score at math and English. Tariq is my rock. Like, honestly, my confidant. No matter what it is, no matter how horrible it might look through others' eyes, he doesn't judge. And he is there to support me, to support my kids. I don't know my way to do that.
In today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need good advice and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-Hand Trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages to drive a new car with a vehicle loan, we'll help you realize your dreams. You can also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of our Cambio, Western Union, and Bill Express services. Hand-in-Hand Trust for financial services and more, helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. We tell you that Trinidadian nurse Sanda Gangu was gunned down near her workplace in Princetown on Wednesday. Gangu was killed in a drive-by shooting near the Princetown District Health Facility. Initial reports indicated that Gangu was walking on the road outside of the health facility when she was targeted by gunmen around 4 p.m. Gangu was a contestant in the Mistress India Worldwide competition that took place on Sunday. She was a delegate for Princetown. Investigations are ongoing. And now for some international news. Bolivian armed forces pulled back from the presidential palace in La Paz last evening, and a general was arrested after President Luis slammed the coup attempt against the government and called for international support. Earlier in the day, military units led by General Juan, recently stripped of his military command, had gathered in the central Plaza Murillo Square, home to the presidential palace and Congress. A witness saw a armored vehicle ram a door of the presidential palace and soldiers rush in. A few hours later, the witness saw soldiers withdraw from the square and police take control of the plaza. Bolivian authorities arrested Juan and took him away, though their destination was unclear. We conclude with news from Honduras. Former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez was sentenced by a U.S. judge on Thursday to 45 years in prison for his conviction on drug and firearm offenses. A Manhattan jury in March found Hernandez, 55, guilty of accepting millions of dollars in bribes to protect U.S.-bound cocaine shipments belonging to traffickers he once publicly proclaimed to combat. Hernandez had faced a mandatory minimum sentence of 40 years in prison. Federal prosecutors had urged a life sentence, arguing it would send a message to other traffickers and their accomplices in government. Hernandez led Honduras, a U.S. ally in Central America from 2014 to 2022. I am Carice Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.
Immediate intervention needed in Linden for cleanup exercise along Republic Avenue, says the Mining Tongue's mayor. MOE GTU conciliation talks begin. Multi-year proposal first on the agenda, and the faulty electrical wiring may have been the cause of the Plum Park Children and the Family Center fire. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special? HGP TV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGP TV today. HGP TV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.